Warning, this podcast contains cheetah?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for The Flash, Season 3, Episode 22, Infantino Street. I am your host, Leo. I almost said John.
Oh, hi, John.
Yep, okay. And we have Dom and Nikki. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
They did it.
They did what?
As far as we know, killed Iris.
They killed her. She's dead.
As far as we know.
I mean, we didn't see her die. We just got to see her get stabbed and fall into Barry's arms, so... Right?
She's dead.
Yes. Which is the same thing that happened when Barry saw the future. So, drawing conclusions,
She's dead.
one can assume she is dead.
She's dead. Forever? Probably not.
Probably not.
We still have one more episode, so...
To the season.
Yeah.
Personally, I would have loved to see Iris die as the cliffhanger to the season. But
No, the
that's just-
cliffhanger is her coming back and she's got some meta power.
Ooh,
That's-
word.
That's going to be the cliffhanger.
I hope
And
not.
then I'm going to sit here and gag and almost puke all over my keyboard
Why?
because it's going to be terrible.
Why is it going to be terrible? I don't care.
Because she hates Iris.
No, I know, but I still don't.
I mean, I think the only way to would be like pull a Caitlyn on her and make her go evil. I think that would
Yeah,
be
but
the
then
only
that
way
would-
I'd accept that.
Yeah. But even, like, Caitlyn's whole thing is a little hard to accept because it's just like, there's no reason for it. It just happens.
Yep.
It just happens that she's turning evil because of her powers.
Her powers are innately evil, is what she's thinking, and she's just going with it at this point, I think.
Which
I
I,
don't
I
think
can't
that's
believe
it.
that that's true.
I don't think that's it. I think it literally transforms her thought patterns.
But you can see
Like,
there's still,
It's
she's doubting everything.
She is, but I think like the powers are not just making her give off cold. It's literally making her cold. You know, like she's dead inside. That's what those powers are doing. But it was I think it was Cisco. From not this episode but last episode, talking about all the stuff, you know, in the labs and the memories and stuff, kind of jolted something, put like a little spark to warm her inside, and you see that doubt carrying over when she's kind of infusing the same doubt into S.T.A.R.
Mm-hmm. Which doesn't really work because S.T.A.R is crazy. And that brings up a question that, I mean, I think the team had. I don't know if we had it. But why S.T.A.R would even want to kill Iris, because he has memories of loving her. And it's so that he can live. He kills Iris so he can live. Keep that closed loop going.
Right, so this is where I think this is going to go now. I think what's going to happen is, because we already know, based on S.T.A.R and his future, and what he said, is you're going to try everything. You're going to create duplicates of yourself, and you're going to go back in time, and you're going to try to stop him, you know, and we obviously didn't see that happen yet, but when he does, at this point now, try to stop S.T.A.R by going back in time and creating all these. If Barry decides not to do that,
Yeah.
wouldn't that make S.T.A.R cease to exist?
Yes.
And then
If you
Iris
never
would
create the
technically
time
be
remnant.
alive?
Yeah.
So,
And I was thinking a lot about that. All Barry has to do is never create a time remnant ever. But if S.T.A.R comes and, I don't know, threatens to do something, or threatens to destroy the world,
right.
or something. Maybe that's Barry's only choice.
Could be. I think what it is the first time around, or this closed loop that we're in, is because Barry was being selfish as usual, and couldn't let go of Iris. Like wanted, I mean, when you talk about it like that, because it's like, oh, you want to save Iris, like he's doing it for selfish reasons, but at the same time he's saving a life. So, is that selfish? I don't know, but if he just let her go, which he didn't do the first time around, or the second, or the third, or however many times through this loop has been, then we wouldn't have S.T.A.R. But I think what we're going to come to, and the whole theme of next episode is going to be acceptance, and Barry's going to have to accept that she's gone, and that's going to change everything and bring her back. I think that's what it's going to be.
Well,
okay.
The episode left off with playing part of Iris's video to Barry, right?
Kinda, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it just showed us what the video was.
Yeah.
The whole video?
No.
No. So I'm figuring she's in that video. She tells Barry to let go. Just let go. And things will be okay. And I feel like he's going to honor that. So maybe we will have S.T.A.R slowly fading away rather than
Yeah, maybe he just starts to slowly lose his powers and then he just disappears.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But, and I mean, we're talking about, yes, saving a life, saving Iris's life. But Barry's putting all these other lives in danger to do it.
Yeah.
Because, he's stealing this very powerful power source from Argus that is in lockup for a reason.
Oh my god, I love that.
Oh my god, the whole thing was amazing. And now I forgot what Lila. Lila said something like really that I had been thinking for a while to Barry. That's what I get for not taking notes while I'm watching.
It was about how being a meta doesn't make you, because him and Cisco went to Lila expecting that she'd just hand over the power source because they needed it, and she was like, no. Get the hell out of here. It's not for you. So I think it was just like her point. She made the point that, just because of who you are doesn't mean you're obligated to have everything you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It seemed like Cisco didn't really look around too hard for any other power source. Like, he found that one, but there's multiple Earths. Like, he
said, I guess they're not looking off world. They were just looking on their Earth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was gonna say, why don't they? You could ask Kara, but it's like they're busy.
Yeah,
they're really busy.
They're very busy right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they
definitely do have the tech there.
There are multiple Earths. He could have, asked his vibe friend. What's her name? I forgot her name already.
Gypsy.
Yes.
He could have asked Gypsy to go hunt around. She's familiar with all these other worlds. She could go hopping around looking for, something. Like,
I can see how that conversation goes.
Yeah.
She laughs in his face and said, I have an actual job to do that pays me money.
Yeah.
You go do that.
But still, like, didn't seem like he tried,
No. Not that we saw anyway. And it seemed like they were working around the clock on a lot of different things, so we don't know everything that they tried.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, a piece of the Dominator ship is what's needed to power the Speed Force bazooka. The cannon just sounds better to me. Anyway, and
I think they just wanted to say bazooka.
Probably.
Yeah. I like the word bazooka. But it turned out that it was more like a proton pack than a bazooka.
I know. I was like, what? This is so Ghostbusters. So Ghostbusters. So they have to break into Argus to get it. Barry time travels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember what Lila said. She mentioned Flashpoint.
Yeah, and about her
how
daughter.
that his mistake was what made this happen in the first place, and how
Yeah.
giving him the power source. Yeah, so that's what stuck out to me, because it's like, yeah, Barry, stop trying to fix your mistake with more mistakes.
Yeah. And
Stop it.
then you go time travel again.
God, I was so upset when it said 1892. I was like, no, God damn it.
But
And-
to be fair though, I was okay with it because of Snart.
Yeah, snarty baby.
Yeah.
He was great in this episode.
Oh, he's fantastic. I mean, I'm
Snarky
mad, but
Snart.
I can't be mad.
Yeah.
And I feel like where Barry grabbed him was when he was like leaving Mick in the middle of a Siberian forest, remember? I think that's the point that Barry grabbed him, which was pretty early midway through season 1 of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I want to say, somewhere around episode 8.
Yeah. So, that's at least where I think. Because it seems, Snart doesn't seem as soft as he was towards the end.
No.
No, he definitely wasn't as soft. And that's something that because I'm like, we know Snart from Legends, and he was a lot, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it was the beginning, because
for a while, him and Mick were still just assholes.
Yeah.
So it definitely fits with like early season 1.
And it's got to be weird to be like in character, like you've played this character now, like you've seen it progress, you know where you are. It's got to be really weird to just be like, I'm gonna go back and play this character, but I'm gonna go play it from when he was a dick, and I don't remember when that was. Like, he's gotta like at least watch like an episode around that time in context to know how he was acting.
Well, to be fair, I mean, he did just do that episode with Mirror Master. What is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
and that was full on bad guy.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like he
even at that
hasn't
point,
been
too,
doing it.
But for the same thing, I'm saying he's
He
got to go
must
back and
have
watch a reference,
a book, or he's got a book. He's got his own notes.
It could be, but it's. I
Snart's
think
life.
it's easier to see like a visual and be like, okay, this is how I was acting at that point. Because it'd be like, you could take notes all you want, but if I was like, hey Cleo, can you act out the rest of this podcast as as if you were from like 6 years ago? And then
but that's a little different.
Is it?
Yeah, because I literally would not be able to do that.
Well, that's my point.
Because she's not a trained actor.
Yeah, actors. I know, as far as an actor trying to play a character another actor has played, they're not necessarily going to want to watch.
Well, yeah, that's different.
That's
different because you're trying to make it your own. But I'm saying when you're trying to imitate what you already were, you probably have to go back and watch footage. I don't think a book is going to be enough.
I disagree.
Okay.
I mean, it's not just the actor, trying to portray the character. You also have a director and all the other crew members to help you out. So he's not doing it all on his own.
No, I know that. I'm just saying to slip back into character. Because you get like musicians and stuff that can't remember earlier songs that they wrote. If it's not something they perform all the time, they don't remember all the words to everything. So I feel it would be the same way with an actor. You wouldn't remember exactly how the character was. You'd have to research it a bit more. But my point being is it's really impressive. So
yes,
Wentworth Miller, bravo
does a great job.
Bravo to you, even though you look like Eminem.
Eminem. My favorite thing I think about Snart this episode was he says to Barry, "You always see the good in me, and I always see the bad in you." I love that.
I think my favorite part about Snart this episode was the Shark Week facts. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
You'll just fall right asleep.
Oh, yeah, it worked for
I just watched Shark Week. I'm not a marine biologist.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, that was great. Because as soon as they're like at the door, they see the power source and like, yeah, follow the plan. The King Shark comes in. It's like, and it falls apart.
Throw out the plan.
Throw it out the window.
That seems like a really terrible thing to put in the tank with King Shark. Like, what's stopping him from like ripping into that tank?
You know what? That's a great question. They didn't give. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he's very intelligent. He's more sharky. He's like very primal, so he does make a good guard dog.
I just remembered my favorite line from the episode was it's like Jaws. The shark was too expensive to make look real.
That was great. That was funny.
That's hands down my favorite line, because I'm like,
yes, I think
they just made a nod to why they're not showing Killer Shark a lot.
I think that's what Brian in chat is referring to when he said, "Did S.T.A.R just do a fourth wall break?" I think that's the exact the exact line that the scene that he was referring to.
Probably.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Best line in the entire episode. I challenge you to find a better one.
I'm accepting this. I don't need to. I don't want to challenge either, so I'm accepting that that's the best one. But it is the best. But I did enjoy the Shark Week ones first, prior to. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they break in. When Lila was there, I'm like, that can't be Lila. You know, it's got to be one of them. I did not think it was Barry, because isn't Barry like a foot taller than her?
I guess, but I mean, with that transmogrification tech, I guess it changes your
look shorter.
I guess maybe it just changes your whole body chemistry or whatever.
I mean,
it's just a hologram,
right? So, what you're saying, Lila's shorter than Barry, right?
I'm pretty sure she's.
So it could just like modify his face and then give like a transparent thing to the top where his head is, you know, like just kind of bring it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll accept that. I just thought that was fun. I was like, wait, what woman on the team are they using? It can't be Iris. She's in the other Earth. Like, who is this?
I didn't realize that it wasn't her at first.
I knew it wasn't.
I thought Barry might have like vibrated into her and was controlling her or something. I don't know.
Like possession?
Yeah, like a Barry possession. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that explains the proton packs then, you know?
Oh, yeah.
There is no Lila, only Zool.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Lost my train of thought.
You're welcome.
But yeah, they lucked out because even though their plan failed, Lila gave them the thing and let them go.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think what's her reasoning? Just because it's for Iris or something?
Well, because
it's what
she didn't want it bad enough to let S.T.A.R die.
Yeah,
she was watching.
She watched Barry save S.T.A.R, and then she realized, you know, he's doing what's best for everybody. Even a criminal like S.T.A.R, you know, he's still looking out for him, kind of deal. So no matter what Barry's always doing, whatever Barry's doing, he's doing what he feels is right, even if it's wrong. So. And
she did say, if it was John, you would do the same for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which would give me ridiculously powerful alien technology.
Which seems like it's setting up for something.
Oh, God.
Is it setting up for a favor in the future? Maybe.
Maybe. I was just thinking, I was like, are they going to damsel Diggle?
That would be amazing.
Yeah, they damsel the women in Arrow enough. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, if they did damsel Diggle, I would probably watch that episode.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
It'll probably be next year's crossover
Probably be
episode.
next season, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing that gets me is that, and Joe said the exact same thing that I said right before, Joe said it, but it's like, Barry, you went back in time. What if something happens to him? Like, you could mess up the timeline by ripping him out or whatever. And that's what I thought. I'm like, if you can't get Snart back to the Legends alive, everything's ruined. Like, everything.
Is it?
Mhm.
Is
Yes.
it ruined?
Yeah. Because then they couldn't
He's the one.
fuck
Well,
up
I
the
mean,
Time
I guess
Masters.
it would just be Mick instead of Snart, I guess. No, but then they would never have saved Mick from the Time Masters.
Exactly.
And then, yeah, no, everything would be ruined.
I see nothing wrong with this.
The thing at the end of the universe would have exploded, and
Not
there
necessarily.
goes.
Somebody else. Maybe Mick would have went down a different path.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. If Snart wasn't there, Mick would still have been Titus, whatever the fuck his alter ego was called when he was. He would
Yeah.
have still been evil.
Yeah, he would have still been like super brainwashed.
So he would not have even been there with the Legends to stop the things from blowing up, destroying all of time and space.
Yeah, Kronos. There you go.
Titus.
Yeah, I don't know. Has nothing to do with time at all. Kronos literally means... Yeah. Titus.
But yeah, no, I was just in my head, I'm like, all the things that could go wrong if Snart doesn't get back.
Yeah. But did you see when they were walking through the facility? Did you see the two names that were on the thing?
Well, Cupid.
Cupid
we already
was
know
from
her.
Arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cheetah, who
Wonder Woman villain.
Oh, she's a Wonder Woman villain?
She
I only
is.
ever knew her from Justice League, so.
Yeah, no, she's a Wonder Woman villain.
Okay.
So.
You think that they're gonna try to be Wonder Woman? Oh my god.
I don't know. It seems more and more like they're setting up for a Justice League somewhere down the road.
I hope so.
Listen, I would not even mind if that took the place of Arrow or something.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned this before. Arrow is seemingly running its course, but replacing it and still keeping Ollie around, in a Justice League kind of thing, I think would be fine. Felicity could still be Overwatch, and Diggle could still be Spartan. It would still be Arrow, but it would be Justice League with more people.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a different, with someone else running the show, maybe. Ollie running the show.
Well, I didn't say him running it.
No,
it's more
I know.
Felicity being, Overwatch, where she's directing. She's not the one in charge,
Yeah.
Can we just have old Felicity back? Because that's when I actually watch the show.
Yeah, not stupid new Felicity. Anyway.
But Brian says this episode made me wonder why Barry just didn't just contact the Legends and ask them for help with stopping Savitar.
They might not be contactable right now.
Yeah, I mean, the best they can do is shoot out some sort of wave with a message and hope the hell that they get it.
Hope that they answer.
Yeah.
They might not answer.
Yeah.
Probably won't be answering if you watch the season finale of Legends.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
But it depends
I don't
on
think they can answer right now.
when and where he's sending it. If he's sending it present day, then no. If he's sending it to them in the future or in the past, then they might be able to get it.
It's like I said, they just have to send out a wave and hope the hell that they get it.
It'd be a time detour.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure with there
just
were probably
bringing
things they tried off screen that didn't we didn't see because
I mean, we didn't see Barry record the message saying not to trust Barry,
That hasn't happened yet.
Right.
That's the future. That's after 2024. That's
yeah, he's like an old man when he sends that.
They pitched down his voice for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they might have asked for help and just never got a reply, or haven't gotten a reply yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brian also asked, where was Julie in this episode?
I thought the same thing. We were coming up on the end, especially when Cisco went to fight Killer Frost. Like, where is Julian?
Yeah, Julian.
I'm thinking Julian is going to be the thing that saves Cisco's hands. Because that's the fight. They're in the fight right now where Cisco loses his hands.
Yeah.
And they cut away to Iris dying just before she freezes his hands. So I'm thinking Julian's going to come in and save Cisco.
With what, like a heat gun? Maybe he went back in time too and got Mick. I mean,
yeah. I have to say this is the best episode of The Flash in a long time.
Yeah.
Because there were multiple moments where I audibly gasped and like pushed my hands onto my face. Like 3 separate times, I think that happened.
I think I did that when Iris rolled over and asked for caviar at like 12 a.m. and it's like, are you preggers?
That's what I thought she was going to say in the message.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Before she started saying her vows.
I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah. No, she just wanted to get him out of bed.
That would be one of the hardest things to find at 12 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't ask for like pickles and ice cream or anything.
No. But I mean, cravings for pregnant women don't have to be crazy things like that.
That's true.
No, I know. They could be very specific items, like, I want pizza from this place.
Yeah, specifically this pizza.
Yeah. It has this much sauce on it and this much cheese. Yes, it can get like that.
Yeah.
No joke.
I was going to say something along the Iris lines. Oh, no. When Wally was fighting Savitar.
Oh, and
breaks his leg.
Why are they always going back to, like, it's always the legs. They're always breaking the legs. Always. And then,
because he's a speedster. You're not going to break his hand. He's still going to run after you.
I was so scared because it reminded me of a Young Justice comic where Kid Flash gets shot in the knee and he almost heals too fast for them to fix his knee. And I was just like, no, please don't permanently cripple Wally. I was so scared.
We saw that in the future though, that his spine got injured in the Battle of Savitar and he was wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that's what was happening here.
Yeah,
that was when Barry was, not doing his job and being a mopey, angsty.
No, I know. I just thought that things were changing a little bit.
Yeah, there's always that possibility, I guess. But no, I saw it bend the other way, and I was like,
update his memories in real time. This episode.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So you never know. You never know what that has effect on.
I thought more was gonna come from that, but he just says let them do it.
Yeah, well, because he knew at that point he had the calcified Speed Force.
That's true.
And the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, so he knew. Yeah. He knew at that point. It's not gonna stop him. Don't let them run their errand or whatever, and it's going to waste his time to go stop them when he doesn't need to be stopped. He knew what he was doing.
Yep.
Or I thought at first he was just being cocky.
Had changed that much.
Right. I just thought he was being cocky at first. But nope.
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone. He had a plan.
Yeah, and I think that was more for us, the audience. This is how he's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another time where I gasped was when Savitar runs into the room and HR just blurts out where Iris is.
I knew
he turned around
when Revenant Barry came running into the room.
No,
he didn't even have to be there. I was like, hey, why did no, stop it.
Secrets.
Even
doesn't
if it
matter.
was Barry, you shouldn't have said that. It didn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah. I like Barry stressed that, I don't want to know where Iris is.
So I can't know.
Is
It wasn't I don't want to.
exactly.
He said I cannot. So
Yes, but
HR's
it's
such an excitable guy.
he is, and I was like, oh man, like
he's
no,
HR was adorable this episode.
Oh my god, he was. Him and Tracy. They're cute.
I think just him and Tracy being together early like this and bringing her in to start, kind of like join the team changes a lot. So like, I especially want to see them actually start a family because that would completely change the future.
Yeah, yes, it would. At least for HR.
Yeah, well, even for the others, because then there's another like tick on the must protect scale. You have to, especially if it's a child, they're going to be a lot more inclined to protect a child like that.
Yeah, which now I'm thinking, no, it doesn't have to go that way, but Barry's grandson will end up being another speedster.
Mm-hmm.
So Iris dying kind of puts a spoke in that wheel. Yeah, a damper on that.
I mean, unless Barry's...
And then they made reference to him, too, by Barry calling himself Bart.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless Barry's future wife turns out to not be Iris anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe
Felicity
the kid is someone else's kid.
Yeah.
And it's just not Alan. Maybe it's Bart West. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
Like Wally's kid or something.
He does, they do refer to themselves as family, even though they're not by blood. So it is possibly just to like, oh, well, that's my grandson, when it's Wally's or whatever.
I love that, I'm your brother.
Barry could even take Iris's last name if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I like when Barry lost his memory. And Wally's like, I'm your brother. And Barry's looking at his hand.
I know. Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's interesting. Lee says there's a rumor on the internet that HR with the face changer switched places with Iris.
Oh, because he would have felt so bad. And then I could see HR doing that.
Oh my god,
no.
that would be...
Cleo just audibly gasped again. Look, both of you are sitting there with your hand over your faces.
Because
God,
I
worse.
love HR and I hate Iris. So I mean, the whole switch thing would I'm like already tearing up. I'm like brokenhearted here. Like
the thing with Iris, we've known we're inching closer to her death, and now that it's happened, we're all wondering, like, is that really what happened? So.
I mean, the only thing that I have to destroy that theory is when HR spit out where she was. Savitar went right there. HR didn't have any time to get there. Savitar took Iris from that spot and ran off with her. It's not
there
like
was no
they
time
had
for a switcheroo.
Yeah. So that's the only debunk that I have to that theory.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I do like that. I think that would be actually fantastic.
Oh, it would be great, but no, at the same time, I would actually cry.
That's not cool, man.
Yeah.
But you're right, because he's supposed to be holding down the fort. The last we see, he has a conversation with Cisco, and that's it.
Yeah. So
we don't know what he's doing right now.
Potentially leaving, and Cisco's like, "No, you gotta hold down the fort," and
yeah.
So,
which in the promo we do see Star Labs is a bit destroyed. So maybe
watch promos.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't hold it. Maybe he does leave and try to do something, and doesn't hold down the fort. Yeah, the promo was very bare bones. It was a lot of sad music, and
you just see like Joe like collapsing, and he's still up on the roof. And
which did they do anything up on the roof? I don't think they did anything.
No, it all happened too fast.
It really did.
I mean, it was in slow motion for us to see Barry in slow motion, so I mean, slow motion watching the Flash run is pretty much normal speed for everybody else.
Mhm.
So they double slow motioned it.
Super slow-mo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like am I missing something? Did I not mention something?
Not really, because the blip
Got
with
everything.
Caitlyn, the blip with Caitlyn and Cisco was really short, and then we covered Snart and Shark Week pretty well.
Shark.
Um,
Best
we
line.
even Lila, we got a lot of that done. So I think, I mean, for this, it was really a concise episode for what
Yeah.
we got. So
Yeah. Brian says, so Barry said the Savitar would be able to find Iris no matter where she goes, and then he sends her to Earth 2. Barry didn't send her to Earth 2. Barry said, have her go somewhere.
Said Joe and
take her somewhere
Wally.
safe.
Savitar can only find Iris if either A, somebody tells Savitar where Iris is, or B, Barry knows where Iris went. That's the only way Savitar's going to find out.
Yeah, it's
So if Iris went somewhere and Barry didn't know about it, then, she had a pretty good chance. She was pretty safe there, I guess, on Earth 2 until
Yeah, I mean,
HR spit that out.
completely safe, because I
I
didn't
wouldn't
think
say
of any of the
completely.
other Earths to go hide her. Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't have picked Harry's Earth, but still, that actually kind of I was impressed. I was like, wow, they thought out of the box on this one.
I would have sent her to Gypsy and be like, just hold her prisoner.
Or just take her wherever you want to go. Just take her with you. Go jump all over the place. Can't keep track of you if you're going all over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. I was something about something. It doesn't matter. Next episode is the finale, called Finish Line. With nothing left to lose, Barry takes on Savitar in an epic conclusion to season 3.
That's it?
That's detailed. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. So I guess a lot of spoilery things happen that they can't tell us about.
Yeah.
Fun.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure that it's going to end with Barry deciding to accept that she's dead and move on, and thus by doing so is not going to create the time revenants, which in turn will not create Savitar, which in turn will not be able to kill Iris, which in turn will make her alive again.
Yeah.
That is my theory for the finale.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
The fact that this is a closed loop, however, and we cannot find a beginning, makes that difficult.
Yeah. Well, because the whole episode was Barry... I mean, this whole season, rather, was Barry not being able to accept anything. Like, it's so much he couldn't accept his parents' death that he went back in time, created Flashpoint because he couldn't accept it. And then coming back, it's just all this stuff that he can't accept this, and the Time Lords are mad at him, or the Speed Force, whatever, are mad at him because he cannot accept his fate. And the whole season has been coming down to Barry not accepting anything. So I think if Barry actually learns a lesson and accepts it for once, that it'll do him some good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think acceptance should be the lesson from this season.
Lee's saying in chat, but she's already dead. Yes, she is, but what happens now at this point is that Barry is supposed to go back in time and create all these time revenants to go back and try to stop Savitar again and fail, and all these different things to keep failing, which was mentioned to us in the future. So if he doesn't do all this, that was the point in which Savitar was created, when he creates the time remnants, because one of the remnants realized he was disposable, he was unhappy when everything failed, he was cast aside, and so if Barry never does any of that, Savitar will never be created.
Which is why I think Savitar is going to try to force him to do it anyway.
By doing something on a grander scale, where he has to have more power. Yeah.
Yeah, but if Barry just sticks to it, and that's what I'm really hoping, is I actually, normally when I call things like that, I get kind of disappointed, because it's like, but I saw that coming a mile away. This one, really would feel good to me. Like even if I, I.
You mean
actually would
Barry
feel-
learning a lesson?
Yeah, no, I'd feel satisfied with that.
Did I just hear angels sing or something? Because like that was like yes, because that's never happened before. It's a
She's
miracle.
still already dead, but that's not how time travel works, Lee.
That's well, not that that's
Savitar
not
would
how
be
time
time
travel
travel.
works. That's not how this closed loop works.
Right.
Mhm.
And that Savitar's the one time traveling, but yeah, that's not how
Yeah.
the closed loop works.
I mean, we didn't see her lose all of her life in Barry's hands. The episode ended so quickly that
She's
there
dead.
was a possibility.
No.
There was a possibility that maybe Savitar was an inch to the left and he didn't get all the things that he needed to kill her, and she's suffering and
No.
she's in the hospital,
No,
and
she's
then
dead.
So
all this time remnant stuff doesn't happen, and
No,
then
she's dead.
Savitar fades away, and then all of a sudden you just see her chest just kind of close up and heal, and then she just pops out of bed like, whoa.
No,
So
she's
yesterday, I just binge watched a bunch of Once Upon a Time, and so when Iris was on the floor and Barry, I was like, "True Love's Kiss." Oh no, wait.
dead. Yep.
Yeah. No, not gonna work here.
Nope.
So Dom, where can the people find you?
Find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon. Nikki, where can they find you?
On Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
You can find me at Clio Moto, and you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts and some of your favorite TV shows, video games, and movies. Until the season finale. Bye, guys.
We must close this loop. Can we close the closed loop?
Close it!
Can we just get rid of it? And,
Just pick it up out of the timeline and put it in the garbage.
yeah.